I had spent 10 days hearing from people about how they were now getting their x-rays done in America and read in Bangalore, and how they were tracing their lost luggage on Delta Airlines in Bangalore. And I realized something big had happened in the world, but I couldn't put it together. And I went out to Infosys' campus in Electronic City in Bangalore, and the film crew was setting up in Nandan's office. We were sitting on the couch out in the hall. I had my laptop on my lap. As is my habit, I flipped it open. I said, Nandan, I've been seeing all this. You know, what have I been seeing? And at one point in the conversation, he said, you know, Tom, the global economic playing field is being leveled. The global economic playing field is being leveled, and you Americans are not ready. Oh, I wrote that down on my little laptop. Okay. How many young engineers, college graduates, applied for jobs at Infosys? How many were you able to take?
I would say we would get about 1.5 million applications.
1.5 million applications.
And we would recruit about 25,000.
25,000.
Yeah. You know, in a city called Mysore, not far from Bangalore, we have what we believe is the world's largest corporate university, where we can train 13,500 people at a time. And it's a residential campus. They all stay there. We have all rooms and hostels. And if we take a typical training as 4 months, we can train 40,000 people a year. So we really built a huge, $500 million investment.
So you're running a university.
Oh yeah, we're running the world's largest corporate university, I think. So that's the kind of thing, and that goes back to the thing that I think India does not have, and you made this point, Tom, that it doesn't have natural resources. We do have some, but we can't live off oil or copper or whatever it is. And the only natural resource we have is our people. And therefore, I think the realization has set in that if we think of our people as our capital, and if we invest in them, then that pays us huge dividends in the future.
What exactly does Infosys do? For a company like a GE or for a big multinational, sure. What does it do?
No, I think we work with large corporations, and they use technology heavily. And the US spends 8% of GDP on information and communication technologies. And we therefore help them in implementing those things in a smarter, better way, so that they derive the benefits of increasing their revenues, increasing the profits, reducing the cycle time, collecting the money faster, very basic things that businesses do. We provide the technology support for doing that.
But you're also innovating with them as well now, aren't you?
Because what's happening is that, one, we have an intimate knowledge of how the business is doing and perhaps what could be improved. And because we are a global organization and we work with hundreds of companies, we are right there in the flow of ideas. So,
you're seeing the back rooms of all these companies.
Yeah, we're like on the highway, and everybody's stopping at our, McDonald's or whatever. So we can actually see this thing, and that gives us a unique perspective, which we can sort of leverage to give new solutions.